Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and welcome back to another one of my weekly Sunday card readings. And this spread will start by covering January 16th through the 22nd, or whenever you're guided to watch, as I always intend these to be timeless readings, meaning whenever it shows up for you, that is the time that the messages are meant for you. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. We are going into a week full of energy. So just to give you a little recap, we are experiencing in the midst of a Venus retrograde. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and money. We just entered on the 14th the Mercury retrograde, the planet of communication, travel, and electronics. And on the 17th, we have, on the most perfect day, the full moon in Cancer on Martin Luther King Day. And the full moon in Cancer, the energy is a very maternal, I call it the mother moon. It is my moon. I am a quadruple Cancer, so I feel a sacred affinity to this moon. Of course, it's on the day where we celebrate freedom and oneness and connection and love, right? On Martin Luther King Day. So this energy is amplified, right? So how can you check in with those energies within this week? How may you be just checking in with the communication with yourself? Are you practicing nourishing yourself with self-love, acts of kindness, the way you navigate trials and tribulations? Are you being kind to yourself? Some of you, if you've been working hard and you've been taking a lot of action and running a lot of errands, this moon may require you to just stop. You may feel emotional this week as Mother Moon, as Mother Cancer Moon flushes out the emotions, right? I have to be honest, friends, I have had a tough few months and am still experiencing loss and these shifts in emotions, and it's hard, I'm going to be honest, it's hard to feel, but I can say that my anchor and strength in the Lord through hard things has been my anchor. So if you're going through hard things right now, if you're experiencing or moving through grief or loss or, troubled times or uncertainty, there's a lot of energy surfacing right now. Sitting with this Mother Moon, sitting with this sacred full moon in Cancer this week can really give you some support to surrender the fears, surrender the worries, surrender the control, anything you've experienced the last month or so, allow it to come up and out. So you may feel super sensitive, you might feel extra emotional. Know that that's your power, my friends, giving yourself permission to feel. Trust me, I understand and can relate to how hard it is to feel, right? But, I always bring myself back to, the strength in the Lord, right? Having that faith to move me through hard times. And I do this work for a living, but I do often question, why God? Why do things have to be this way? It's not fair. And honestly, maybe you feel this way too. Sometimes things happen and I'm like, it feels like a cruel joke. It feels like the universe is playing tricks on me. And again, I also recognize immediately that's my ego, right? That's that low vibrational, if you want to call it the devil, or if you want to call it the ego, or, that part of us that wants, or the mind energy that wants to, perpetuate that energy. And, once I recognize I'm not in a healthy space. And then, I call on the divine and ask God and Jesus for assistance to come close to help me me move through and understand why I'm having these experiences. So, I share these things just so you know that if you are going through hard times, or you are going through struggles with, the divine and understanding the spiritual journey, you're not alone. It's important to question, it's important to ask, it's important to, feel. So we're in this energy, especially with Venus and Mercury retrograde. They're a perfect complement to each other, and we're really in this new year energy, just flushing out the last few years of uncertainty and unknown. So you may be feeling emotionally sensitive. More insights onto this moon. I do some work with Yasmin Boland and her moonology work, and so some insights for her for the full moon in Cancer while the sun is in Capricorn. So this is a good time to turn the corner with anything to do with your personal life or your home life. So what are you sick of, tired, over, where do those adjustments need to be made? And again, it's not necessarily action, of course it's a time to release. So it's like, okay, I'm surrendering that there's got to be another way. I'm surrendering my control and trying to make things happen, especially when it relates to your personal life and your home life. And even more so this year as we move into 2022 as a 6 universal year, right? That 6 energy represents creativity, self-expression, and more so home and family and love and community and connection, right? Healing, nurturing. This energy is going to be amplified this year for everybody. Let go of a house or upset. It says, let go of a house or upsets with family. It's a great time to balance home and work life. So again, being able to, surrender what didn't work out. A lot of times we have these expectations or things come into our lives that are not necessarily meant to stick. And it's really hard to understand, and not get attached to end results. So, because of this energy, I am going to work with the Sacred Mother energy this week. So I'm going to start with pulling a card from the Mother Mary Oracle deck. And then I'm going to pull a message of healing from the Moonology Oracle cards. Action steps this week will come from Moonology Manifestation cards. And what you're being gifted with this week will come from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Can you see my theme with the moon and the mother? And then I will finish with Soulful Woman. So, my intention for you is to send healing energy and nurturing and love for those of you who are going through hard times, or you're supporting loved ones through hard times. We're coming out of this change energy. So let me open space here, inviting in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that would like to assist with this guidance for you this week, January 16th to the 22nd. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all concerned. All right, so I intend to connect my heart with the heart of the Sacred Mother, and we're using the vessel of Mother Mary for that energy. All right, Sacred Mother, harnessing the energy of the Cancer full moon. What is the most important message we need to hear, see, feel, and know this week? Turn them. Here we go. There's 2 here. I'm going to take them both. This is actually the card deck, this one. So it's like an exclamation here. So let me take the first one here. Our Lady of Growth Assured. It says, to manifest the dreams and desires of the heart, we need patience and trust in divine timing. Understand that if our creation is birthed too soon or too late, there may be otherwise unnecessary difficulties. There is a natural timing to soul manifestation that we can trust, even if we can only grasp its goodness, its grace, and genius in retrospect. Know that Mother Mary is safeguarding your process. So if things didn't work out as expected, and I feel this in my heart, for myself and for many souls that I work with and that, I experience, on a daily basis, feeling disappointed or feeling let down or feeling discouraged. What am I doing wrong? How come this isn't happening? Understand that it's saying like that there is a divine timing, right, to it. And it says that if our creation is birthed too soon or too late, there may be otherwise unnecessary difficulties. So I feel like Mother Mary is sending us nourishment, saying trust the process, trust your body, trust the flow of life, trust the experiences that you're having. If people are opting out or there's pulling and tugging and you're making adjustments, and you're working towards a goal, know that as you expand in light, anything that's not going to be a vibrational match to that desire needs to be flushed out. So we're working with the harmonies of these energies of shifting, right? The more you want, the more things need to shift and change. So ideally, you want to come from that place of feeling whole and complete. You want to come from that place of feeling full, right? Having those desires, not necessarily experiencing them from a void or a missing something, but a passion and an excitement, right? So this is a really powerful week to work with the void, of, what am I trying to fill, especially with that emotional energy. And the second card that came out is Our Lady of the Star Blossom. It says, Our Lady sees your struggles and knows how to help. When you ask for her assistance, you give her permission to intervene in your life. It is simple to do so. Place a hand on your heart and think upon Mother Mary. You can say, Mother Mary, please help me with this matter and all issues in my life for the greatest good of all beings. So it shall be. And that is so beautiful. I'm going to leave this up for a moment to give you an opportunity, if you're watching on your phone, to screenshot it or take a picture. I'm just feeling the mother energy. So if you're struggling with the maternal energy, maybe you're having a hard time with your own mother, maybe you're just learning to mother yourself, and that's like nurturing yourself and soothing yourself, or maybe you're a mama and you're having difficulty with your children or birthing children. There's so many aspects of the mother here. I feel like Mother Mary is reaching out to you. I just feel her hands reaching out to you and wanting to take you in her arms. Sometimes when we're trying to make change or understand things, we can go into the mind and really search what do I do about this? And a lot of times, especially in this full moon in Cancer week, it's the surrendering into the mother. Like, how can we receive nurturing and hugs? For me, it's my bed. I have the most wonderful bed. I call it my queen bed, and it's big and it is fluffy and soft and squishy, and I've got piles of blankets and covers, and everything is soft, and that's my place, that's my cocoon. So maybe some of you this week, especially if you've been in action and growth and learning and trying to make things happen, especially in this Capricorn manifesting new moon that we've been in, right? Now is the time to really snuggle up and nurture. We are in winter. Winter is a time to hibernate. Winter is a time to cocoon, and we don't necessarily live in a society that gives us permission to stop, and slow down and rest. And so I'm encouraging that for you this week, especially if you're feeling short-fused, if you're feeling depleted, if you're feeling annoyed. Know that that's just your body telling you that it needs a break, right? So how can you do that in the most nurturing and soothing way? So thank you, Mother Mary, for that. So what message of healing does she have for you this week? Mother Mary, what message of healing can the Earth Angels benefit from this week? What's your message of healing? There we go. So there's there's 2 here. Hey, who knows? This might be 2 different readings here, but let's see how it goes. Maybe this resonates with you more, this resonates with you. I know the mother, there's so much happening with the maternal energy, so really just kind of check in with yourself and go with like what messages are really resonating with you, one or the other. So for this one, message of healing, you have faith in your dreams, right? This goes along with the manifesting and the divine guidance reading, right? Have faith in your dream. It's the waxing crescent moon, so this is like still like in the phase of the new moon energy. Let me see. I just don't feel like there's a lot more to say here. I feel like it's so self-explanatory, like have faith in your dreams. So if doubts and worries are coming up, this is a perfect time this week to be able to release those doubts or worries. For me, it's not fair, and why God, and I don't understand this. And again, there's so many questions, that, people ask in life. I mean, even in the personal readings that of the clients that are coming to me, and, the challenges of the world, we can really struggle in the mind. And so I feel like this is just kind of reminding you this week, if that is where your challenges are, having faith in your dreams, and that really means that, again, as Mother Mary had said, trusting that there is a process to the experiences that you're having, and things need to complete and things need to flush out, and there might be different reasons. So sometimes being able to sit with the experience or sit with the emotion and being able to say, what are you teaching me? What do I need to know about this? And sometimes that wisdom will come up right away, and if not, it comes up in the days ahead. So the second message of healing this week is a win-win outcome is forecast. And again, we have this justice scale here. So we have the full moon in Libra. So Libra energy is about fairness. It's about justice. It's about balance. We are in this 2022 energy that 2 is all about balance. I see that with the 2's energy. How do we restore balance in our family, our home, our community, our love, right, for ourselves? So I feel like this is just a projection saying that, the work that you're doing now will be worth it. It will be a win-win. See here, it's not just a win for you or a win for someone else. It's a win for all, right? It's a fair and just outcome for all. So harnessing that energy, and it's interesting how we have more full moon energy here, right? So being able to releasing the worries, the fears, the doubts. I think it's perfectly normal to doubt God and doubt our journey and doubt ourselves. That's something that's very human, and this is a very long spiritual journey that we're on, and this work that we're doing is lifelong, but you're evolving, and as you grow and as you take on challenges and adversities in the most highest of light, you then get opportunities to teach that and share that with other generations. And so many of you who are watching this and on this channel are teachers, right? You're going out and you're teaching, and it's our experiences, our humanness that connects with people, not this holier than thou, I'm better than you, I've gotten the badge and the trophy, and let me lead you. It's like I can relate to you, and I can understand, and I feel you, right? That's the EarthAngel energy. So we're leading by example. So let me just say, so many of you are doing big things. You're taking those leaps of faith, you're making adjustments, and you're paving new paths for yourself, and you're setting new courses for yourself, and that can be challenging, it can be scary. So I've done that for at least 14 years on this journey, building my my practice, building my my passion, and working with my calling, right, and my gifts. So I can understand how marching to the beat of your own drum can be courageous and brave in of itself. So I just want to send love to you, those of you who are doing that. All right, so Let me see here. Action steps. What action steps can you take this week to support your healing? What action steps can you take this week? Reflect on your priorities. Yes. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. So now we have some watery air energy here with Aquarius. So we've got some energy moving. Libra is Libra air or is it Earth? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm blanking because I'm under pressure right now. So we have like Cancer water energy that we're in. We've got Libra energy, and we've got Aquarius energy. So reflect on your priorities. So this is a really great time for pause and stillness. So if there is challenge, if there is adversity coming up for you this week, you can ask yourself, why am I doing this? Not in a judgmental way, but what am I learning from this? And is this something that I need to be doing? And so another thing that I'm seeing here is checking in with your responsibilities, right? What have you taken on as your responsibility that may not be your own, right? So checking in with your priorities. You know, for me, my priorities are working with the energies adventure, play, laughter, fun, and freedom, right? How may I be of service to others? How may I light the way for others through adventure, play, laughter, fun, and freedom, right? So of course, priorities are, you know, taking care of my body, making sure my home and my car and my office is neat and orderly. That's part of my discipline that helps keep me grounded. You know, my priorities are making sure that my finances are in check, that my body is getting water, you know, that that I am nourishing my relationship with this new partnership that I'm experiencing, right? And so these things are taking precedence right now. So just checking in and seeing what those are and what could be taking you away from those things. Just again as a check-in, like, okay, Mother Moon, Cancer Moon, you know, where am I veering off course here? And, you know, again, the Cancer Moon energy is about balancing work and home life, right? No doubt it was perfect that we had this Libra energy that came up, which is also about balance. And so this could be a week of reflection. I'm looking at these cards and I'm just looking at the beautiful pastels here. You know, we've got light blues and light purples, and it's very elegant here and very soft, and I love the softness of it. This is the softness of the divine feminine energy. It really is curvy and soft and easy on the eyes. So check in with yourself too and saying, like, where may you be rigid and hard and tough when it comes from like self-doubt or perfectionist ideals or high standards, right? Again, we're really digging into, I mean, my point of this channel is for us to evolve spiritually with our souls, our soul self, right? This work isn't about anybody else, right? It's about the work you're doing for yourself and the nourishment that you give yourself, because eventually that is how you're of service to others. And that affects the energy that you align with, right? So it always starts from the inside out. All right, so what are you being gifted with this week? Queen of the Moon energy. What are you being gifted with this week? I feel like I'm going to take these two. Beauty. This is Venus, right? So Venus shows us, and so really, so it's the energy 22, right? So we have 20, not 22, but it's 20, 2 plus 0. is a 2 energy, and we're all talking about balance here, balancing work life, home life. How are we getting this energy moving again? So there's that message. But the energy of beauty, that is a beautiful energy that comes from Mother Nature. It is an energy that we work with when we're working with the Venus energy. Venus is really moving to the forefront, and we're really harnessing that energy, especially in this 2022 year of oneness and connection and love and harmony. It's a much softer energy, but again, we get to choose that, right? We can still drag in the energy of the 5 from last year and really hustle and really, dig in, in a hard way, or we can soften, right? And when we look at things of beauty, it softens us. So I feel like in a way, Venus wants you to look at yourself this week and see yourself in the eyes of beauty, or see beauty in yourself. And that's some deep work, friends. Like, so how can you in the most gentle, loving way, maybe go to a mirror or look at a picture and just be with it until you can harness the beauty and the light that radiates from inside out. Those are such beautiful acts of self-love. It's work that I've been doing for a very long time, and it's really helped me, be kinder to myself when I have this fierce protection of and love for myself. I can set those boundaries and ask for what I need, and it really lights me up in a positive way. So if you're challenged with that too, and you're in a space of negativity or the doldrums, or some of you might, as we go into winter, start feeling that is here in the Northern Hemisphere, that depression, right? That winter depression might be settling in. So, you can work with the energy of Venus, or this energy, this card, because that's what you're being gifted with. And you can ask this energy, show me beauty. It might be artwork that you see, it might be a flower that you see. I mean, I try to have flowers in a vase in my entryway regularly, and I had a boxwood Christmas tree up, and so I just got flowers, and I found the most beautiful peach roses, and it's got just a really beautiful spread. I don't know if any of you are around Trader Joe's, but that's where I get my flowers, and they always last, and they're beautiful, and they are inexpensive. So it is just a very small luxury that I gift myself, and so I surround myself in beauty, not necessarily material things, but just soft things that I can appreciate. Some of my statues, and even like nature itself. So how can you allow yourself to receive that gift of beauty this week? And then we have the void. Right. So again, card number 1, you're being gifted with the void, and this is the energy of, I was talking about earlier, like feeling like we're missing something, like these manifestations need to have. Some of you may be experiencing loss on some level, or experiencing grief. This is the year where we're redefining what home and family and love and community looks like. That has changed for so many people. Our planet has experienced a great loss of energy, especially with our greatest generation. That generation transition, many of those souls transitioned with wisdom, right? So you could be feeling that void if adjustments have been made in your life, and maybe the way you celebrate or connect with family and friends is different now, right? So that void is something's missing, and I've got to go outside for it to fill it. So I'm encouraging you this week, you're being gifted with the void for a reason. So if you're feeling that, again, that emotional energy, or that gaping energy, or that loss in some way, it's a gift, because you're getting an opportunity to sit with it and then letting it teach you, right? And fill you up. Again, you may not understand why things happen the way they do, but it'll give you some clarity on your priorities and your values, and your love, right? Your love of the divine, your love of the people that are in your life, and those that are supporting you in the most positive, nourishing way, right? So, when we're able to see the beauty in the void, there's a reason here. This is the dark moon, right? It's the dark moon, and she is naked here. It's like, so, I don't know if you can see it. Oops, sorry. She's naked here, and there's so much beauty in like our nakedness, our vulnerability, our feelings, right? I feel like she represents here our vulnerability and letting our guard down and just being our natural selves. That's what makes us so beautiful, not this painted up first facade that the feminine, the wounds of the feminine project out there, right? So earth angels are very soft, and you're in your feeling energy and your emotional energy. You're in tune with yourself, and you're in tune with your body. And unfortunately, that's something that so many of you have been picked on and demonized and it's suppressed. So this is a week to really get in touch, if anything, with your own self, right? Your own body and your own wisdom, your innate wisdom. And with that comes this flushing out of emotions. So I want to support you this week and just send you so much love and kindness. So, all right. Final message from the Soulful Woman Oracle. What is the most important message that the Earth Angels need to hear, see, feel, and know this week? What is your most nurturing, loving message to support them this week? Inner wellspring. So beautiful. It's card number 3, and it says, I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. Again, there's a lot of inner energy going on here. The void, beauty within, our priorities, trusting the process that things need to shift, asking Mother Mary to help us with the challenges of the issues that are in our life, right? So that we can understand why things are happening, or we can understand what the lessons are to learn in it, right? And having faith, that, we're still moving through an energy here. The plus is that a win-win outcome is coming. So, being able to get in touch with that abundance of love that overflows inside of you. I am going to check in with the book on this one. I feel like there might be more information. Let's see. Okay, so it says, love lives through me. I have an inner wellspring of love, an outpouring and infinite flow that is always available to me. So again, this could be connected to love. Maybe you're going outside of yourself for to feed yourself with things outside of you for love, right? Remember that love has to come from the inside out. It was only when I had fully accepted the fullness of my single life. I was single for 3 years, three years, and I really struggled with that. And it was, again, if you're working with partnership right now, or really challenged in love and, partnership, it was only when I had finally accepted that if my will was for God, for me to be of service, utilizing my gifts to be in service to others, then I accepted that. And I found a true appreciation for being with myself. And I found a sacred treasure in aloneness, or being with myself, right? I was no longer lonely. I was full within myself while being alone. And I had fully accepted all facets of myself and the journey that I was on and where I was at, regardless of societal norms and expectations and beliefs. And then boom, that's when things changed for me. And, this very kind, loving, compassionate soul came into my life, and it really is a beautiful match, right? It's easy, it's harmonious, it's loving, it's nurturing, right? And that's I couldn't have asked for anything like more in alignment, but it was actually in alignment with the essence of myself, right? And so I really had to take some time to get to know myself and who I was. And for me, that took 3 years. It may not take you that long. And if it takes you longer, that's fine too. But I really had to do some deep digging and really do some deep inner work with I was working with a spiritual mentor. I was working with a psychologist, a spiritual psycho-spiritual psychologist, and really digging in, doing that inner child work and that reprogramming work. So, like I said, for me it took 3 years, and I'm still on this journey. So just because I have partnership now and there's a fullness in my life, that came before partnership, that came before growth in business or success or whatever you want to call it. That came from the inside of me, and everything outside of me is a product of that wholeness that I now experience within, right? So if you're trying to fill that void with things outside of you, I feel like love is reminding you to fill up with it first. So the rest of this deck, this card says, as I honor the deep flowing river of energy within me, the ever manifesting feminine essence of life, which flows through all things. I should put it up here. It says, this is the source of my health, my happiness, and the meaning of life. When I connect to my inner wellspring, I feel alive, I glow, I feel desirable. The juices of my creativity flow. From this place, I not only inspire others, I also nurture the infinite source of love within me. So I feel like taking time out and really filling up with this full moon in Cancer, this maternal energy, that fierce mama love, that unconditional love, right? Love yourself enough to believe you're worthy and deserving of feeling whole and complete from the inside out, right? And that requires time with yourself. So I encourage you to gift yourself this week some time alone with yourself, right? With Creator, because in the grand scheme of things, we know we're never alone, right? The divine is always with us, and that's the gift that we get on this spiritual journey, this knowing, this consciousness that we don't have to do it alone, and that in of itself is glory, right? It's a gift. All right. Wow. I'm going to close space for us. I'm going to thank all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that assisted with this guidance, especially the divine feminine acting through the Mother Mary energy. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started continue for as long as it needs to be done. And so it is. All right, friends, so if I can support you further in any way, if you have anything that comes up that you'd like to work through, that you'd like to talk about, my divine guidance sessions or my life purpose sessions are perfect for that. If you're still struggling with grief from loss, that's what my mediumship sessions are. I call myself a therapeutic medium. I work with very difficult cases, murders, suicides, overdoses, but I also work with, those that are struggling and missing their loved ones and wanting to connect, so it really is a beautiful, loving, gentle experience. I am also offering a January special that's still going on, where I combine your personal year numerology with oracle cards. And I have to say, I've done a bunch of them so far, and they have been so fun. So this really is a really cool kind of a boutique reading that I offer like every January. So that's still available for a couple weeks. And so anyway, the links to purchase those are down in the description box below this reading, so this video. So thank you so much for watching, friends. I pray that you get some rest. I pray that you are inspired with clarity and insight. And thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for the work that you do, that you gift the world, your light, your energy, your time. It really is a blessing. And I love you for it. I love you so much. God loves you for it and loves you so much. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.